Okay, testing live. Live. I don't think anyone's on. Okay. Oh, that's okay. Let's see, don't know what that is. Okay. Instagram. Do. YouTube. Okay, I think I'm going to be the only one on this live right now. Okay, view channel. Okay. One watching. I think that's just me. Unsure. Okay, well, I'm going to chow really quick. And then unless this person, which I think is me, because YouTube's registering. YouTube's registering me looking at my own screen here, for lack of a better way of doing this, as a view, so. Okay. Yep. It's an interesting day, lots of things to think about. It was a day. I'll finish my snack here and then get into it. Maybe I want an apple too. an apple at 8. With that, made it over 1,000 subscribers. That's cool. Oh shoot. I did the thing where I moved the comment section away. Now I can't find it. Come back. Not that it matters a ton at the moment. Since no one is here yet. Okay. Let me just make sure. Okay. Why won't it touch? Okay. So, first of all, people might have noticed that the names of the workouts were different from what I had originally thought they were going to be. And that was because there was a change of schedule and workouts at like 11 p.m. last night. I happened to still be up. Oh, look, there's 3 people. Okay, great. Just started. Cool. Perfect timing. So the schedule changed. There's new workouts. Not new, I should say. What was scheduled for tomorrow, Saturday, ended up going for Friday, which no one was expecting. I had a conversation with Victor at the end of the day today, and he told me that there was a problem with a supplier. I mean, I don't know how. I don't want to like spread things, and I don't want to like betray Victor's confidence in that necessarily, but there was a supply issue, I should say, with equipment, one might say. So staffing, that kind of thing. So I don't know exactly the details of it. I just know that there was an issue, and so they had to move what was Saturday to today, and what was supposed to be today is going to be tomorrow. So today I had 2 workouts. One was hanging frace, and the other one was under the spotlight. Under the spotlight was first. It was basically establish a 1 rep max for clean. So you could do power clean or squat clean. I didn't know which one to do. I had practiced the power clean the other day, and it felt super smooth and super great, and so I just was confident doing it, and I didn't really feel great about the squat for some reason. I don't know. I just we got the news at like 11 p.m. I was still up trying to fall asleep when we found out. Okay, like just kidding. Your schedule is early tomorrow. Not only early, but it's also completely not what you were expecting. So, kind of the hype and the sort of excitement about what we were supposed to be doing, which was double-sided coin and the combine, was was deleted. So we ended up doing this, you know, power clean workout, and then hanging frace, which is also kind of had felt like just a big question mark in my mind. I had no idea how it was going to be. It was 21:15:9 of hang, clean, clean and jerks, hang, clean and jerks, and then jumping pull-ups with one arm. So I had tested that workout a couple of times and failed to meet the time cap, which was 6 minutes, which is pretty fast. And I think the design was to be able to kind of keep the flow of the event going, probably just so that all the divisions can get through. So I was not able to finish. That was frustrating for me. I wanted to be able to finish the workout under the time cap. Um, I saw Tyler finished it under the time cap. He actually got second, which was crazy. That was really good for him. He passed me in the leaderboard. I think he's got like 10 points more than me. And so it's really kind of like a battle for that top three, or top three, top four. Actually, top five. I mean, I'm right there in the top five. So I kind of have to keep reminding myself of that. Like I don't know. I think yesterday, I was just reflecting on this. Like the truth is that I was super sad or like disappointed with my performance today. I had that clean. I hit, and it's like funny. Like when I think about it, like I hit a PR in my clean. It was a power clean. I hit 165. It was the second weight. I think I started 155 when I kind of had. That was originally where I was around where I wanted to start, because I knew as we were warming up, some of these guys are going to be cleaning like, you know, north of 200 pounds. So like to about kind of like stay in the mix, I was like, okay, I gotta like start with my, like what would have been my golden weight of like 155, and just like see if I can get on higher. Um, and so what was super cool was I was able to get higher. I did get on. Um, yeah, Adam, it was a hella grippy day. Like just, and there's, I think I put it on my Instagram. There's pictures and videos of it that the broadcast caught of me, where I'm just like, I'm like in the middle of trying to clean this, you know, big barbell, and my hand just goes like just like a catapult. Just there's one part of the broadcast where they're doing a clean and jerk, and they're kind of panning across the screen, and you know you see me like doing my attempt on, I think it was 185. I think I attempted 165 twice. So on the first time, and you had a 20-second window to try to establish a max. So I hit that. Oh yeah, thanks, Shooty. Yeah, it's that's the thing. Like I was like beating myself up about it, and I was like, oh, like, but I want. The problem is I wanted 185. Like the judge was right there. When I hit so the first time that was in the camera, you see my hand like I'm about at like waist high, which is perfect. And then all of a sudden, like there's just like this puff of this cloud of chalk as my hand just like it just like I don't know how to describe it. Just like explodes off. My hand explodes off the bar, and it just comes down straight down. I was like, what the hell? But then when I hit 165, I think on the next try, it felt like amazing. Like it felt super clean. It felt super uh, what's it called? It's super clean. Not no pun intended. It just felt easy, light, no big deal. Like my technique was there, the grip was there. Like I'm strong enough to clean that. It's it just literally felt like one component missing. Just don't have the grip to hold on to that big bar. So, anyways, long story short, when I hit that 165, I saw Tyler putting on what looked like a lot of weight. I didn't know exactly what he was putting on. I was just like, okay, I gotta go. I want to try. I'm gonna go for it on this next one, on the last attempt, and because I hit 155 and then failed 165, had enough time to try it again and hit it, and then I said, okay, let's go 185. It's like a 20-pound jump, and so 185. like, okay, put it on the bar, and like, and yeah, sure enough, like, I tried to get it, and I have to look at the video. I don't know exactly what happened, but I, I think I got it high enough, but there's like I couldn't drop under it because I was still thinking like, oh, I'm power cleaning it, but at that point, I think I needed to. This is where that like the barbell technique that I think I needed was missing. I didn't have like the I don't know. There's something. There was just. It just I felt off. Like I didn't have the barbell stuff in me today. It felt like, and the other grippy thing that happened was with the hanging brace where you're basically just holding onto the barbell for dear life for like 6 minutes, 75 pounds, I should say. So it's just like this huge amount of weight and stress on the wrist or on the shoulder, on the wrist, the hand. Um, my wrist feels fine. It's not like there's any issue. I was kind of making sure that I had my brace on there to kind of keep it a little bit immobilized, keep it kind of strong. Long story short, yeah, I was just a little disappointed. Like, I didn't finish under the time cap. Granted, I think only the guys ahead of me in the leaderboard right now, Victor, who like killed it. I'll talk about Victor in a minute because I had some cool kind of stories about him and some interesting things to think about. So um, Victor, Thoreau, um, Tyler, and oh my gosh, Russian dude. His name is blanking on me right now. He all those guys like finished under the time cap, and then it was me, and then everyone else like didn't finish the time cap. I placed based on reps. I think I got to 6 to go, 6 to go on the 9. So I made it. Is that right? Yeah, because I think I made it through the 21. I made it through the 15, and then on the 9, I was back on the clean and jerks. I hit 3 clean and jerks, and at that point, it was literally like singles, like trying to control the barbell. It was just a mess. Like at one point, the barbell was like I cleaned it. It was above my head, and I just had no grip, nothing left, and it kind of actually came down towards me in my head, and I was able to kind of like shuck it off, but it caused it to have this kind of weird bounce where it like shifted like way over to the other lane, and one of the head judges came over and was like looking at me because they were being like super intense about like a lane violation, just saying like if you cross that line, you're DNF, which was interesting because that happened to Tyler. He kind of got into the other guy's lane. The lanes felt kind of narrow, honestly, too. I mean, it was they had us using these like shorty. Oh, that was another thing. We were using women's bars. We were using the a shorter 35-pound bar. Um, let's see, and was grip shot on the hang power. Yeah, it was just I can't say that I felt like more fatigued. I walked out of the power clean not feeling like, oh, my grip is fatigued. I guess is kind of what I'd say. Like it didn't feel like my grip is fatigued, and holy crap, hanging brace is coming, and that's a grippy. It's a test of grip strength, basically, right? Like I'm effed. No, I didn't really like think that. It just and I felt pretty good. Let's see, I felt really good, and I felt really smooth on that set of 20 on the 21s. I tried to break it into 11 and 10, and then unbroken on the jumping pull-ups. Yep. And I did get a few no reps. I think in the set of 15, instead of 15, and I think I got through the first 5 of the set of 15, and I was gassed. I was like I felt my form. I think I hit a no rep, and I was like, okay, hold on, I gotta. Um, oh, oh, cool. Yeah, Adam says those bars are common in comps. Yeah, probably because they're shorter, right? Like they're easier to kind of you can have a narrower lane, I guess. But anyways, I mean, and it was good. I think in the sense that like it was more forgiving from using one arm because you can kind of, I think it means there's basically a wider range in the center point where your wrist strength can kind of compensate if you're not fully in center of the bar, if that makes sense. At least that's sort of what it feels like. Um, I think just of the physics of it. So, anyways, but I think it was just like a little bit different enough. It was early in the morning. They had these like really bright spotlights on. It was the first time that we were on the center stage here at the convention center. So we were kind of in the convention center, not, in the stadium basically. And I don't know. I guess, I don't know if I slept super good or just the two workouts from yesterday were just catching up to me. And anyways, long story short, I think I, what was I going to say? I was thinking about that, like about goals and stuff with CrossFit games. And I remember thinking when I was home recently, my brother's girlfriend was talking to me about CrossFit games, and she was like, "Oh, what's your goal, Brian?" And I was like, "Oh, wait." Like I just kind of realized that I was super nonchalant about it. I was like, "Oh, I don't really have a goal, I guess." And so that's something I've been thinking about recently. And on my way over here, I was like, "Well, I think what I would, because I finished seventh, I think, in the semis and eighth in the open. And I was thinking, you know what? I want to be in the top five. I think it'd be good to be in the top five. And I was thinking about that goal because I was looking at the scores, and Tyler passed me. I think he's 10 points ahead of me with a few workouts that I know I'm not going to like capitalize on compared to him, I think. Again, who knows? Who knows? But uh, where was I going with that? But I'm fifth right now, and I was looking at the score. Like the way the scoring works is that the top five point wise are like within 100 points or something. Like which it's kind of like Victor like ahead by 60, and then like four of us like right there, like boom, 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 and the guy uh, who's in sixth right now is like 40, 50 points or something. I have to double check it, but like I'm like pretty solidly in fifth place. Like I have to really uh, like drop it in the next couple of days to stay out of that, to kind of drop out of the top five, which is like what I said my goal was should be. So to me, it's like I was like beating myself up a little bit out about it. Like right after the second event, I like went straight back to my apartment or my hotel, and I was like, I need some alone time, need some quiet alone time, and for several reasons, but I was like, anyway, so I was like spending some quiet time here, kind of reflecting in it, and I was like, yeah, like I hit a PR. I'm like solidly in fifth place, and I wanted to be top five anyways. And there's 2 more days of the competition. Yeah, they're not going to be like my home run days probably, but like, hey, I got kind of an impression in that day of yesterday, like this expectation a little bit from the first day from yesterday. 2 workouts that I was like kind of strong in, kind of went my way, so to speak, right? And now, um, not that the reality is catching up to me. It's just like, okay, like your expectations are your frame of reference, and so you're happy based on what those expectations are or not, right? So, yeah, and like top and yeah, right. Adam's like, yeah, top five in the world. Like, dude, like that's awesome. Like, who can like someone was saying like at the gym, like who can say like that? Oh, they're top five in the world of anything. I'm the fifth strong. The top five strongest one arm. Fittest one arm dudes in the world. Like, I'm like the LeBron James of one arm CrossFit, right? Anyways, that was a funny thing that a friend of mine told me. He was like, "Dude, like, so you're like the LeBron James of one arm CrossFit." I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, I am." Anyways, sorry. Eric. Let's see. Great effort today, man. Don't forget, you're competing against the top 10 in the world for your division. Competing to get sent it to the same bags tomorrow. Yeah, proud of your efforts. Yeah, no, thanks, Shruti. Really appreciate it. Thanks for, um, all the, kind words and everything. And yeah, it's like there's like another year too. Like, so I was thinking about. I mean, this it's still too early to kind of like really officially declare this as a goal, but hey, like I can work on it. CrossFit Games again, 2025. Not that long far away, but like, hey, what's that going to look like for me? What do I have to kind of work on? It's kind of becoming abundantly clear, that grip strength that is just basically rock solid, that I can handle whatever I'm throwing at it. Okay, how do we kind of build that up, right? Some of these like higher skilled gymnastics movements, or the pistol squats or the rope climbs. Okay, like we know that they're not going to be programming 5, 10 rope climbs. It's like 1, 2, 3, maybe. I don't know, right? Pistols is kind of makes sense. And then I'm a runner. Like I have a lot of running capacity built up from my past, right? Like, shoot, he's like, chill, LeBron. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna take my talents to South Beach or whatever he said back in the day. So like, yeah, there's lots of growth, that I can make, and I know pretty, I know where I have a lot of area to grow in, and also how I can kind of capitalize more on my strengths in the future going forward. Like I haven't really been doing like real running workouts. So when I got off the ski yesterday and I was already gassed, like, yep, it felt like a 5K at that last mile of a 5K where you're like just dying. I used to run the 5K last mile of a 5K in like sub 7 minute pace, right? Like in like 6 minute pace, more or less, right? I have that like background. Not that I'm going to be able to do that right necessarily, but that kind of thing is like something that I could capitalize on even more. There's a lot more growth, a lot more spending a lot more time on the barbell. Also, is something I think probably need to be more diligent about, and like, because I had a funny exchange with the coach of oh my gosh, Tyler, and he was like, "Oh, what are your 1 rep maxes?" He's like trying to figure out what my maxes are. And I was like, "Oh, I just really haven't really sat down and really just gone for some like crazy heavy barbell lifts, recently. I just kind of go to class, haven't really worked on it at all." He was like, "I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Like, I think that's good, right? Like, it's just kind of like one of those things, like." It just a function of time on the barbell. I feel like just having that familiarity with, okay, getting under it for a clean, a squat clean. So, um, yeah. What else? Mm. So I had cool conversations with Victor. He seemed like he was interested in helping me. He seemed he seemed cool. He seemed like he liked me, which is awesome. So I think that would be a cool resource, potentially to deepen our friendship, our relationship here, and see what that kind of what that's like moving forward. So also the group of guys was super cool. Like we were just me, Tyler, and me, Tyler, Victor, and a couple of the other guys were just kind of chatting, getting to know each other. At one point, we were supposed to be doing a briefing, and there was a little bit of chaos in between the events. And I got an Instagram message from one of the guys, Steven, and he like just had a picture of the sign, because the three of us, like a couple of the other us, were hanging out, like waiting for where we thought the briefing was going to take place, but we were just chatting, and then I got this message, and Steven's showing us a picture of where we're supposed to be, and I was like, oh, hey guys, we're supposed to be over here. So like we're just kind of like helping each other out, watching out for each other, taking care of business, and just, I don't know, it's just very cool. Another thing about Victor that I'll say is I did notice on the stream today, the commentators and the camera work was like very focused on him. especially, I mean, he deserves it. He like just killed it. He didn't get a PR, but I think he cleaned 230, something like, yeah, 230, because I think he said his PR is 245. So he cleaned 230 and was just like, just killed it. And then on Hanging Face, he just was like smiling and like waving at the cameras because he was just like more or less really far ahead of everyone else, and and so just kind of dominating. But I was thinking about that, which is good for, it's good for Victor, but it's also, I was thinking about how, okay, what if my goal had been, it could be, right, to be in that top three, not to be in the top three, right, as a finisher necessarily, but like having the goal of competing in that top three, like competing to be in the top three. I'm a little bit like out of the bubble right now, and I don't know if I'm necessarily like ready today yet to be competing for top three. Maybe yesterday I thought I was. Today, maybe yesterday part of me thought like, oh, who knows how it's gonna go. But today I was like, it's not the year to do that necessarily. Maybe, probably. Not that I'm like unhappy about that. I think it's fine, but just trying to be kind of set expectations, be realistic. Okay, run my race. Where am I at right now? Not thinking about other people, getting too caught up in competing, or I guess like competing in the sense of like comparing, I guess, yeah, and being overly comparison focused or driven. So yeah, next year maybe that could be a good goal. I'll think about it. I was thinking about this recently. I was giving a talk recently to some people about like setting goals that are worth that are worthy of us, and how there's this kind of funny like duality where we think of outcomes, we think of goals as things that we have to become worthy to attain. So you're like, I have to become worthy of getting into Yale or Harvard or that prestigious program or the promotion. I have to be worthy of it, so I do all this work to become worthy of it. But it's like, rather, are those goals worthy of us? Like, are we setting goals that are going to lead to our happiness and our ability to like help, love, and serve other people around us? Anyways, okay, right. So you have to be kind of careful. I feel like you have to be kind of careful about it, but I don't know. To me, it seems like automatically that seems like a fun, interesting goal that would be fun to kind of chase down, and I'm not too far from it right now. So um, I'm at my first competition. Like, that's a big deal. That's awesome. Like, as you guys were kind of reminding me. So no, thank you. Appreciate it uh, for all the support and everything. So how do I feel about tomorrow? Tomorrow is what we were expecting to as what was supposed to be today. So we got the cool sandbag chuck over the bar. There's the pistols. There's the one arm bench max reps. There's the pig flips. There's just like a bunch of random stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna, again, like, it's gonna be like another day to just like be really focused, just kind of stay in my lane, not worry about what the guys are doing next to me, and that's good. So, okay, a couple merch announcements, not announcements necessarily, but I wanted to show off one. My friend Jenny made this sweatshirt for me, which I thought I'd wear. It says CrossFit Games Established 2024, so it's kind of fun. It has my name on it. So shout out to Jenny, thank you. That's cool. That's nice of you. Appreciate it. But I thought I'd wear it today. And then the other thing was, ouch. The other thing is, I ordered. I saw that CrossFit had a online store that they just recently launched, a merch store, and I need a new hat because some of my hair's kind of long. I need some new hats this, and I saw this hat, which is cool. I don't see if you can see it super well, but it's just has a CrossFit logo. It's a kind of this like biker camper hat kind of thing, and so I bought that today, and I think it's super cool. Oh, there's Jenny. Oh yeah, thanks Jenny, appreciate it. Um, so yeah, so I got my CrossFit hat. I was wearing that today. Oh, speaking of CrossFit hat, I didn't. Not, I don't, this doesn't have anything to do with the hat, but I was wearing it this afternoon as when I went back to watch some of the other events, some of the other divisions, and the um, and I saw the guy from Meme for Time, so he was there. I didn't talk to him. He and I had kind of been DMing each other a little bit a couple days ago, and I had asked him like, "Hey, are you going to be at the CrossFit Games or the adaptive divisions?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'll see you there, and hopefully bump into you." So yeah, so he's here. So he'll be here tomorrow and Sunday, and so maybe I'll get to kind of hang out with. His name is Roderick. Roderick Lopez, I think. So Meme for Time dude. Um, Seems like a really cool guy. So what was the other thing? Oh, so cut. Oh, and I, if anyone is keeping track, there are the two stories that I had forgotten about yesterday. Um, the one was the ice bath at the end of the time trials, which was very nice. Felt good. It's hot as heck. And as I was walking over to the ice baths, I looked into the water, and it was this had been like, I was heat 26. So there are 25 heats ahead of us. So 25 people potentially had been sitting in each of these ice baths. And I looked in the water, and they were like this kind of like almost white, milky color with like stuff floating in it. And I looked at it, I was like, ugh, I'm not gonna get in that. But I was like, no, I need some ice. I need some ice on my body here to cool off. And so I was like, they're like, okay, are you gonna get in? And I was like, yeah, but I'm only gonna get into ice my legs. And so I kind of sat on the edge of it, not kind of non-committally, like I was like, like trying not to be too grossed out by it. So that was the ice bath story. It was there's really nothing much to it. It's just like kind of this weird, gross thing. And then the other thing was I cut my finger on the night of orientation day. And I can't remember if I talked about it, but it's right on the pinky, my pinky here, like right in the joint. So it's like a nice clean cut, but I do think it might be getting a little bit infected. So it's causing a little bit of pain, and I'm having to wrap it with tape, which probably doesn't help my grip either, honestly. Um, the tape it feels like I can't like constrict. I don't know. It just feels like it's a little bit in the way. So not ideal. But again, it's just kind of like one of those things that we're joking about today too. Actually, I was joking around with this with Victor because he was like, I saw that. He was telling me he saw that announcement that the schedule was completely changing, and he was like, I was up till like 2 a.m. like worrying about it. He might have not said that exactly, but something to that effect of like, it was like, what the hell? Like they just threw a big wrench into the whole thing and like um, messed things up for us in some sense, right? Uh, but it was kind of like he was like, but that's the CrossFit thing, like, preparing for the unknown and the unknowable, right? So, uh, yeah, it's like, okay, we got it. I got home, whatever, at 8 p.m. yesterday. Got rain delay. Uh, you know, chilled out, ate some food, and then had to get up at 6 a.m. right to go to the next event. So it was almost like back to back. So it was kind of a rough thing, and we didn't really know that the workouts changed, and that was not ideal. So, but again, we don't. That's like the part of the fitness thing, the unknown, the unknowable. Like how well can you handle it? We're getting that test. We're like, at least we're getting the test here. Like it's, we're getting what we asked for. So yeah, thanks guys. Hydrate, eat, sleep. Yeah. So I'm gonna probably get off now and go do some of those things, and Yeah, yeah. Go to bed early tonight because I was, yeah, feeling it. I was feeling it. I put those recovery boots on sat there for like 30 minutes, and that helped. That helped a decent amount. So, or just it was kind of cool. So, but yeah, feeling it in my legs. So, um, yeah. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I think that's it. Oh, there's Dennis. Hey, Dennis. Hey, sorry, I was just wrapping up. Gotta get to bed. Gotta get my recovery on. It's let's see, it's well, I guess it's later over there. It's 9. It's already 9:12 over there. So, in Eastern time. So, um, yeah. Thanks, Sabrina. Appreciate it. I'll have fun tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. What was I gonna say? I'll be back on tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. Top 5. That's it. That's the goal. I am hopefully going to be top 5. It's looking good. It's looking good. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Talk to you later. Oh, let's see.